Hi, welcome back. Today we'll be talking about SSH enumeration. Over time we'll be dealing with different port enumeration in our assessment methodologies. So we'll continue in the same process, in the same order, whereby today it is the turn of enumerating SSH. Let's keep going. What is SSH? We need to know what SSH is all about. This is secure shell network communication protocol, where we can communicate between two devices in different location or the same network. So I can do SSH to my server from my laptop at home while I'm to my server in the office while I'm at home, and it works that way. And it uses port 22 to communicate. But whichever way you don't configure this very well, this SSH port, attackers can leverage on that to be able to hack into the data, to hack into the server through the root login. So one of the method of mitigating or reducing risk is to disable root login and enable authentication and enable authentication using algorithms like using keys, public keys, private key. That's asymmetrical way of encryption. Yes. So having seen that, let's move to the enumeration part because that is our focus for today. Let's move into the practical demonstration of how to enumerate. So basically we'll focus on our lab to be able to go through the process today. So we use the IP notion of it to see our IP address, and we are using .3 to be our lab IP. So what we do first and foremost is to perform a service scan with Nmap to know the service this particular port is running on and the operating system. It does use this option of SV, then OS. For the OS, you use option of O. Basically, you can just do a single service scan. Linux, Linux. The port is open, and the version of the service running is OpenSSH.2 of Ubuntu 4.2.6. So, having said that, there are so many. Why this is important is because there are some vulnerabilities that are bound to the kind of version of OS of kind of version of the embedded system used on this port. Some vulnerabilities that can be exploited on 7.2 might actually not be the one that can be exploited on 7.3. So that's why knowing the version is very important. So the same way we can also use netcat for netcat to our IP, to our host. 7.46. Okay. Sorry. Then 22, which is the port number. So it gave us the same information that we need. That is another way we would use to know the the version of the service running. So what are we doing next? what does netcat actually does is a command line utility that allows users to read and write data over a network connection. You can use to establish connections to servers and clients. You can send and receive data, perform a variety of network-related tasks. That is how wide NC, which is netcat, you can use. So let's try. If you want to log in to an SSH port, you do SSH, then the username, which root is our username at the moment, then the IP of that host that you're connecting to, which is this. So it's so we don't actually know the password. They're just trying to see how it works for. It's going to deny you 3 times. When you are not correct, it's going to return you back to your primary OS that you're running on. So what algorithm, this is why mmap is so important because it contains a whole lot of map of scripting that can be used. So I want to know the algorithm of which this encryption is based on. So we use this command script.sh enumeration. I go then the IP that we're using, which is 9192.117.46.3. So you can see the different types of algorithm that is supported by this SSH server. So we want to find out the host key. The port is open, we're able to know the version, we will keep digging deep into our enumeration as a penetration test. So we actually want to be able to know the host key. That's why we use this script command nmap script to perform these options. SSH host key 127.46.3. Here we go. Sorry, that was a mistake. Oh, sorry. You be very careful where you type. Oh, I think I'm making some mistake here. So we go this way. Say okay. So this is the host key that is being used. This is the host key that is being used. And we keep moving and moving. So we actually did not know the users that are on this host network. So to be able to do that, we can basically try and brute force. How do we brute force? We are going to use our word list. And what does the word list does? Or what does it do? It contains a lot of passwords that can be used, a lot of used password that has been saved from the internet from different zones from different login that are being pwned, when a user have shared their details, combination of different password or credentials. This is what this word list contains. And this is what we'll be using to perform a brute force attack on this SSH server. So the tool we are going to use is Hydra, then log in. Because it's a student, the student domain, we can just try to see peradventure any student can financially, we have people with series of uh, usernames that are not okay or words that are weak. Same way we can just do that. Dot 217 dot 46 dot 3. Oh, I think there was a mistake somewhere, sorry. You can see what Hydra will do for us. It was able to test this user and this login username against different password and returns that 14 valid passwords found. So you see how it goes. That is how we are able to brute force um, this user. So if you want to test for admin, that might take time. But what we are going to do is let's try and log in case. Let's try and log into a student account by doing SSH student at 192.217.46.3. You see, we're able to log in, you can list, then there is a flag, you can just cut the flag. If there are other details that are related on this victim's account, that is how we are going to be able to find out. So we can just do exist to log out of the SSH shell. So if you want to try to brute force the admin, we can use the same mmap we have been using for enumerations. We can use mmap also for for this tax. We do mmap. No, we use echo first. You know what echo does is we use it to create an admin file, or instead of printing the output, we are sending the output into the user's file. And this will be used for the brute force attack. In this way, you can send it to users. So we do nmap for port 22, the script we are going to use. SSH root user AD. So we are trying to test the administrator against our list to be able to determine the admin login. But the crazy part is going to take you a lot of time trying to brute force, and a whole lot like that. So in this method, we could able to learn how to actually perform enumeration with SSH, you know, keeps moving and moving. Another method is how to um, find the password for a user, let's say the root user now, and also use MFS console, that is the Metasploit, to be able to perform MSF, sorry, be able to perform this particular attack. No, we'll load our MSF console. So, real with the mispronunciation. So what we do is we use auxiliary scanner SSH. You know, in Metasploit, we have 1082 exploits, we have 1062 auxiliaries, 228 posts, we have encoders, we have payloads, we have invasions. So one of these auxiliaries is the scanners for SSH, which we are trying to use to perform this enumeration. And I'm sorry, I think there's a misspelling somewhere. That's our host to our IP address, which is 192.107.46.3. We also set all in, there are uppercase, there are lowercase. They are very important when you are trying to use the Metasploit and console for enumeration. So we use the user's first file that we have on this lab, the same word list that we are going to use. The word list contains a whole lot of passwords that have been pinned, or the one that has been found online that could have been the result of maybe carelessness or whatsoever. And it has been saved and kept. We have our word list can contain as as many as 4,000 passwords that can be used just test to run an exploit on the server. Tries to reload, try to manipulate syntax to be able to brute force an attack when you're initiating an attack. Yeah, we've set our word list, then set our sources to be true, then now active DB. So I keep this it works to the same way it tries to use the when we're trying to do the administrator part using mmap. The same way we are using Metasploit to perform brute force attack. It picks from the word list to try our root login. We try for administrator now. This is a root login. Blah blah blah. It keeps repeating until it finds until the module is executed and is completed. Then you get the password. This keeps rolling and rolling. That's how we enumerate for this. That is how we enumerate for SSH. Now that you've disabled the root login, even if the person is able to the person will be able to get the root password. Now that we used to access the SSH server, there's no way it's going to be able to get through the host because you've disabled root login. That is the part of the security in it, and that is the beautiful part. So enumerations is interesting. You don't give up, you keep trying, you keep pushing, you keep doing all you know how to do, keep rolling out. That's the beauty of enumeration. So thank you for watching. Next time we'll continue on our enumeration. Next time we'll be talking about the HTTP. We have the Windows host of Windows that does hosting of data online. You can enumerate for that kind of HTTP or enumerate for different HTTP. We have the 430, we have the 443, which is the HTTPS. So next video we'll be talking on that. Thank you for watching.